apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salute signs to you brothers out there preaching the word, sharing the truth. All right, and we out here another week. All right, to prophesy the downfall of this place, man. Great Babylon, America, man, and also NATO, EU, all these heathenistic nations that's ruling on the planet Earth. All right, Esau being the top heathenistic nation that's ruling. All right, we just gonna go ahead and the prophetic scripture. Just give me 2nd Ezra 9. And we just gonna start off right there, man, because a lot of upheaval. Matthew 24 as well. A lot of upheaval, evil, times we're living in. You got wars, nations fighting against nations. All right, you got wars within countries. Civil wars. All right, the civil war in America is about to pop off, man. With the whole ICE situation, man, the immigration, and hey, the ICE are attacking the Edomites, man. So-called Native Americans that's supposed is native to this land, so it don't even matter, man. This is gonna get worse and worse, until it comes into a full-fledged martial law, So,
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself."
All right, that's the prophet Ezra. So he was receiving a vision from the angel, man, about the end times, man. What's going on right now, man, in this time, in this age. Because this is Esau's rulership, man. This is his world. But his world's going to go down in violence. All right? Right.
It says, "When thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made."
All right. How about Shemal Shah's gonna get that spirit of to his prophets to measure the time diligently, man. To show what time we're in, to actually prophesy. We know that the Lord is coming back soon, man. The MOTB, it's not made mandatory yet, but they're doing mass production of it, man, which is the chipping system, man. You got the RFID chip, and you got many other chips as well, man. Right?
Hey, they didn't say Kim Kardashian trying to get that they call it the Neuralink, the Neuralink.
She said that.
Saying she might be one of the first ones to get it, the first celebrity.
That's beautiful.
I know she went to the doctors, and the doctor told her that she got some shit wrong with her brain.
Yeah, that's what that was connected to. Exactly, that she might end up getting.
Yeah, hey, shit, let her. Shit.
Yeah. We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch what's wrong. What go wrong.
No, we're gonna watch her get it, and then all her followers and people that admire her and follow her get it also, so they can be fucking destroyed too.
Yeah, that's the whole setup, man.
Yeah.
Millions of followers on Instagram, these different social sites. Hey, let them all get that shit, man. We ain't worried about it, man.
Don't take it.
We just telling you don't take it if you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. And also you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Right. All right.
It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world."
In 2025, over 20,000 earthquakes.
Yep.
All right. In 2026, I believe it's going to be more earthquakes.
They said 240 if I made
It was 240.
240
In one
happened
day.
in one day, 24-hour period in California.
California.
It was minor, but
Yeah, that's all shaping up to that big earthquake, man. That Esau been talking about for long on that fault line, San Andreas fault line.
Yep.
What's that? Uproars of people.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world."
Is that happening right now? Uproars of, a non-believer can say it's always been uproars of the people. But hey, all these prophecies are basically happening at one time, man. Simultaneously. All right, so and the awakening of the Hebrew Israelites, man, coming back to their nationality or repent, man. All right, so you gotta know which measure the time is. You gotta know these things to understand the Holy Spirit, man.
And that's why even going back then, 2,000 years ago under the first beast, they were still trying to inquire when would be the end of that age.
Yeah.
That's why they were asking those questions, because they were eager for the kingdom to be established back then, but it wasn't the time yet. So the Lord had to elaborate on what to look for to know when the end of that age would happen.
Right.
And so they didn't understand that according to prophecy, that beast that they were under, which was the Roman Empire, it had to fall and then resurface. Now we're under the resurfaced Roman Empire that's getting ready to fall again.
Right.
It was a deadly wound, and then it had to be healed for it to rule for a period of time, a season, and then go into perdition. And we're in that time now.
I was gonna say they were the prophets, the apostles, the disciples always would inquire and say, "Now will you restore the kingdom back unto Israel?" They were always like the elder was saying, they were always inquiring about the end of this age.
The Lord said it's not for you to know the time. Because the Lord, reincarnation. The prophets are subject unto the prophets, so it wasn't that time for them to get the whole skinny on the end of the world.
Can I throw 2 points out right quick? One of them was because they were going through a similar situation like we're going through now with our people. Okay, they were going through riots and uproars and all those types of things back then. They were going through hell. They were being persecuted by the Roman Church. You got to remember, from the time when Yahushua was born, King Herod was already depopulating the young Israelite children, male children. So you gotta always think about how things begin to change, how things begin to escalate. Even in that time, the Zealots were doing certain things, okay, causing certain uproars. You gotta understand with the climate. It wasn't like, okay, the Zealots. No, it was a build-up, if you will, okay, as well as when you go into I forget where it's at. I think it's Matthew said, for those desire to see the things that we shall see. And the prophets before us desired to see these things. So they were hoping that it was that time. They didn't fully understand all the prophecies that still need to be, I don't want to say unlocked, but but have to come to pass before the very end. That's why when certain prophets like Ezra would see saw these times, it made them sick to their stomach. Like, really? It's gonna be homos and all kind of crazy shit, and people with BBLs and missiles and just random killing and projectiles and drones. You see all kind of things happening in this time here, and it was like, damn, that's sickening. How am I going to be saved from that? Man coming up to you with swords is different than somebody with a taser and somebody with a 9mm. It's not the same type of death. Y'all got it.
There's more on this, 2 Ezra 9. Continuing, it says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning."
That's right. So we're understanding now. All right. The Lord sent the Holy Spirit to unlock the mystery of these scriptures. All right, and then we're actually seeing it in fruition in real time, man.
If I can bring this out real quick, I asked the chat on that very verse, 2 Ezra 9, 2 and 3. I said, explain about the occurrences in which the prophecy explains uproars of the people, earthquakes, and weather disasters, and how it relates in current day events, right? Yep. And I'll put the scripture, 2 Ezra 9, 2 through 3 in the chat. And this is what it says. It says, this passage explains how to recognize the season of divine visitation, not just merely disaster. It says, the highest will begin to visit the world. In biblical language, when the Most High God visits, it does not always mean blessing. It means active intervention. God moves from patience to action. Like it says in 2 Ezra 15, no longer hold my tongue out concerning his wickedness. So the Lord is pretty much he didn't lost patience, because now the sins are reaching the heights of heaven, and it's just overwhelming with all this wickedness going on. So the Lord has to address it. It says, judgment and mercy both begin to unfold. Hidden things start being exposed. This visitation is the moment when God steps into history to evaluate it. So the signs that follow are not random. They are signals that the world is being weighed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Many popes are seen. Yeah. He saw his kingdom weighed in the balance.
Right now.
And become wanted.
Yes.
Because unrighteous decrees he saw been putting out in the earth, man. That's gonna come right back to him, man. All this wickedness, man. All this evil is gonna come right back towards Esau, man.
It says earthquakes. It says creation reacted to judgment.
Yeah.
Earthquakes in scripture symbolize more than geology. It says they represent the shaking of foundations, which that's in 2nd Ezra 15 as well. It says political, religious, and moral. And you see in the political and religious divide that you see increasing in the earth, where it's causing people to oppose each other. So that's why you're seeing all these clashes, uproars, nation rising against nation. It says the Most High destabilizing what humans trust in, the created order responding to its creator. So it's like the Most High he's throwing a monkey wrench, to destabilize everything that think that is going to prosper without him. It says in apocalyptic writing, the earth trembles because human sin has distributed the harmony of creation. It's like it disturbed the harmony of creation.
It's the destruction of the earth. Jeremiah 51:25, the Lord said he's going to destroy them, but destroy the earth. So what is Esau literally doing? He's deforestation, pollution to air and water, digging for oil. That's destroying the earth lubrication, man. The blood of the earth. Amongst others, space trash, all that shit, man. All right.
It says God is reasserting his authority over it. Uproars of the people, social chaos and rebellion. The phrase uproars of the people refers to mass unrest. And speaking of, it's not riots or nothing like that, but it's one of many protests that's happening in the country right now. They're literally up the street rallying over this whole ICE thing. They're protesting against ICE. Because you got a federal agency that's really backed by the elite. That's pretty much on a campaign or an operation to start taking out people that they deem against their enterprise.
Yeah, they're given free reign to become judge, jury, and executioner, man. With full immunity. There's no more due process. If they say you're a T word, then that's it. That's all they gotta say. Right.
Yep. They got a database of list of people that they're going after. They got exposed on social media, and this is the reason why they were trying to put finishing touches on TikTok prior to Trump, when he was trying to act like he was trying to preserve TikTok for the people. But we know what time it is,
We got a scripture.
This is Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
Yeah, the earth shall rise up against him. And that's what's happening. You got uproars of the people. Soon you're going to have these animals, attacking these people, man. Attacking these Edomites. All right? Read that again.
Yeah, he got it.
Read that again.
This is Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
Yeah, it's iniquity. He's doing that, via his prophets, man. Somebody grab Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9. The Lord is. Yeah.
Here's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly."
What's the word inquisition means? Official investigation. All right, so he's giving the ammo to the prophets to bring it out, man, to show this man he's the devil, and to warn our people to stay away from him, man. Don't be involved with anything he got going on, man. All right. For example, this whole ICE shit. Don't get involved with that if you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, stay your ass in the house, man. Yeah. Because Esau, he ain't taking no prisoners, man. He's shooting. He's shooting and ask questions later. He's ready. He's ready for war, man. Because actually the Lord put in the spirit to be that rod of anger, man. All right, Isaiah 10, verse 5.
Circumspect.
Isaiah 10 and 5.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 5. "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation."
Right, who's the modern day Assyrian? Esau, Edom, man. All right, so the Lord is using this man to cause all types of hell on the planet Earth, man. And also to put a last ass whooping on you Israelites, man, because you refuse to repent. All right, we've been out here for years, man. Starting the apostles on down, man. 40 plus years, man. All right, we have woken up, but the bulk of you Israelites haven't, man. Yeah. And the Lord is only dealing with small numbers anyway, He's only dealing with the 144,000 and 1/3.
Continuing, verse 6. "I will send him against an hypocritical nation."
All right, that hypocritical nation, Israelites. All right, because you swear up and down to love the Lord, especially with these Christian churches. All right, you say, "Oh, I love the Lord." Loving the Lord is wrong. I don't want to be right. Them type of slogans. But your heart is far from the Lord. All right, you can't even follow simple dietary laws.
I was gonna say your actions deny the Lord. The scripture literally says it, brother. I think it's like Mark 7. But it also says it in Isaiah 29. It says your hearts, your mouth show me much love, but your hearts are far from me. Your actions keep don't support what you say.
This is Matthew 15 and 8. "This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me."
There you go. And that the Heavenly Father got our people pegged. All right? They know exactly how our people do a lot of wolf ticket selling and lip service. It's the outside appearance, and that's why this word, if I may be sloppy, but that's why this word is so important, because we teach both. We ain't just about talking about it. We got to be about it, but we ain't also about being stupid either. Being out here trying to protest like the rest of these people saying, "Yeah, we ain't scared to." Forget all of that. We scared of the Father. That's what we're afraid of, and what He can do. Fuck all this other shit.
Yeah, there's a righteous protest and a wicked protest. Yeah. These people out here doing this ICE protest shit, that's wicked.
It's giving, if I may, it's giving acknowledge to this damn Edomite that's over us that we gotta ask him for permission to think. Nah, the Father of the spirits is who we gotta ask. Okay, and plead to.
When you step out there, he doesn't respect it. Mm-hmm. It's like you're going out there to ask for permission from the master to loosen the yoke that he got on you. Mm-hmm. But he still got the yoke on you.
Right.
It doesn't matter how hard he tightens it. It's on your neck. What Jay gonna have to come to grips with is, as long as this devil's in power, this is what you got to deal with. That's why we gotta wait on the Lord to take them down. You can't. You don't have the power to take them down. It's going to take a divine power to take this man down. And like the brother was reading in 2nd Ezra 9 about how the Lord is visiting the earth. These occurrences is part of the Lord intervening and shaking up social order in the earth.
Right.
He's shaking up everything. He's shaking up your faith. He's shaking up the social order. He's shaking up the natural order.
Yep.
This is all part of the visitation because he's getting ready to bring the end of an age. All right? And you people, you're so clustered in this world, you can't see anything. That's why the Lord got prophets out here to make it crystal clear for you.
Right.
And it's also showing our people their ways, man. Because like you were saying, you was using the analogy of the chain on the neck or like a noose. It's like the more you buck up and the more you try to fight it, the more you're gonna make it worse for yourself. You're gonna end up tightening it because we reading about the rod of the Lord's anger. The Lord is the one that put this man in power over us. So by you fighting them and trying to buck up against them, you really fighting against the Lord, man. That way of protesting is ineffective, man.
We've been doing it 50, 60 years. Well, 60 years now, right? And it ain't
Jake
working
already
out.
did this.
That's what I'm saying. In the 60s, 60 years ago. It didn't do nothing. It got worse, by the matter of fact. Y'all got it.
This is Revelation 18 and 21. A mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city, Babylon, be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Yeah, mighty angel represents Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and he's going to be that great millstone. And he's going to knock down all these heathenistic empires, man, that's ruling right now, man. You start with Esau, Edom on down, man. He's going to take the crowns, take the rulerships. Just like in construction, right? You got a building. How you want to demolish the building? You got bombs, and you have a certain type of vehicle that has the chain with the steel ball on it. It knocks down the building. So that represents the Lord destroying these empires, man, especially Babylon the Great, which is America. I already played. Yeah, I bought 2 Yeah, read that one. Anybody else? Oh, you gonna read that one?
This is Revelation 18 and 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Just with violence. Good. Esau, he's a violent man. All right, so the only language you understand is violence. All right, so the Lord's gonna come back in what you call spaceships, all right, interstellar spaceships, which are the chariots of Israel, and he's gonna come with his angels. And those chariots are weaponized with laser beams. Right. See, Esau, he's trying to tweak and mimic the lasers, but the Lord got way more powerful lasers. The Lord is what you got? I want 2nd Ezra 13. You're gonna get into the Lord's return, second coming. That's very important, all right? Because the people on the planet Earth, especially if you're a Christian or some shit, you don't believe, you have no idea how the Lord's coming back. All right?
But, there you go. That's what more needs to be said. There's a siren.
Yeah, the scriptures said, the Lord's coming back on the cloud. Clouds. What does that represent? Clouds are basically chariots. All right, pursuant to the scripture, Psalms 104. All right.
I got 2nd Ezra 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night.
Hey, Ezra, the prophet Ezra has some heavy revelation visions, man. All right, and we're reading it right now.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him.
So that's basically Yahweh Shai in his chariot, you know, in spaceship, and he's gonna be with angels, and they're gonna be in spaceships as well. All right, just envision that movie, Independence Day 4. Was it Independence Day 4 or 94?
Yeah.
You know, just envision that. You know, but way worse. You know, the spaceships came and broke the atmosphere, and you see fire in the clouds and all that shit, earthquakes. You know, shaking the earth. No matter what part of the world you're in, every eye shall see him. That's right. You know, that's where they got the movie from, and they read Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. Right.
What's the name of that other movie? The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yep.
Keanu, yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, man. That's good.
The world's gonna be on pause in that thing.
Right.
When the Lord cracked those clouds, when he enters into, you know, the atmosphere from the heavens, the entire world is gonna stop. And they're gonna be in the midst of fighting each other. There's gonna be a lot of chaos, of course.
Yeah.
And they're gonna all stop and notice that the world's being invaded by Yahweh Shai and the angels. Just picture that. Every movie depicting that scene, as good as they were,
Yeah.
they still didn't do a good job. Because it ain't nothing like how it's gonna actually happen. You getting, you know, little visuals, but when the real thing happens, and it's gonna happen in this generation, man. Through the Spirit, man.
And these movies, that's all deception, because what they paint the picture of the aliens to be, you know, some slimy, greasy ass creatures, big heads, and
Big eyes.
fishbowl eyes, you know. But that's all deception. That's what Esau wants you to do. All right, but the scriptures say Yahweh Shai is so-called black from the tribe of Judah. All right, he's going to be described. He's described in Revelation, the 1st chapter. All right.
And they show Esau defeating
Yeah.
the angels.
Right.
This is 2nd Ezra 13, and I'm gonna start at 4. And whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire.
So basically, the Lord, he's going to come from the east to the west. All right. So all these troops during the War of Armageddon, World War III, they're going to be basically fighting in the Middle East, Persian Gulf area. All right. And the Lord's going to come straight to their ass and burn them up with his laser beam. You know? And he's going to come right to the western hemisphere, and he's going to deliver his elect. You know, it's elect on the other side of the world as well. All right, but the bulk of the deliverance is going to be here, because the majority of the prophets are here. You know,
And if I may,
Land of the north.
and I want to add in, because it's worse. You go to any other country, you hear anybody that goes to any other country, the societal norms are not as haywire all over the world like they are here. The condition of this place, especially for you Israelites and
you see these people stupid, man.
yeah.
Why are you playing that music, Ice Around the Corner?
Like a walking target.
Come on, man.
That's the confusion. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All the windows down.
Want to be seen.
Ice Around the Corner.
Oh, this fucking place.
We've been standing for years. Bust go down.
Spirit is today.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm gonna get these dumbass get a pistol or something.
Right. If the police wasn't there, it probably
Yeah.
It probably would have went down.
Hey, everything, and that's the condition where we're at in the world right now. Everything's agitated,
Yeah.
everything's shaking up.
What's the love of many shall wax cold?
Yes.
Tension is heavy, man. People is losing. They frustrated, and they wanted someone to take it out on.
Yep.
You know, that's why motherfuckers, these Edomites, they see themselves losing. Let me take it out on some niggas. Let me take it out on some Mexicans. Let me join ICE. You know? And, hey, like my man said in Menace, the hunt is on.
Yeah.
And you're the prey. You know, you Israelites, you Jake's on his son. It's like
Continuing at 5 and 5.
You know, this is all leading up to Yahushua's return. There's gonna be mass confusion out here, man. You know, martial law. You know, robots. You know, shooting down, gunning down people and shit. It's crazy, man. It's the beginning of sorrows. You know. Yeah.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
So these nations, they're gonna be fighting in the Middle East against each other. So you know, you're gonna have Russia, you know, Iran, Turkey, you know, pursuant to Ezekiel 38. You know, China. You know, you see the teams. You see the opposing teams. You see it already. All right, you're gonna have America, NATO, and EU fighting against Russia and China, Iran, all in the Middle East. You know, and they gonna stop. You know, stop fighting each other. They're gonna turn their focus on Yahushua. All right, because basically their whole livelihood is on the line. Basically, their whole way of life. You know, but they scripture say they're gonna be scared, but there's fighting.
It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
Yeah, great mountain, basically a mountain range, big ass mountain range.
right.
Mount Everest mountain range or some shit. Man.
Rocky Mountain, Alps
Yeah.
Mountain, Appalachian Mountain.
Hey.
You know, the Colorado Rockies, the range go from over several states.
Yeah. Hey, it's like NASA footage. You know, this chair is bigger than the planet Earth, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, they had them when the Earth was about that big,
Yeah.
but the chair was like that. Like, hey,
Yeah.
what you gonna do with something like that? And then if I could go further into that mountain,
Yeah.
it's because it goes beyond the horizon line, man. Because it goes past what you can actually see. It looks, if you go stand at the bottom of Red Rock or whatever, any of these mountains around here, it goes beyond what you can see. But the chariot goes over the other side of the horizon line, so you can't see that far over.
It's like if you're on top of Mount Everest, they say people could begin to see the Earth curve. You won't be able to see even the Earth curve. That's how big the chariot is.
What are you gonna do with something like that? Because Earth is not the biggest planet
Right.
in this galaxy, you know. But what do you think the father of the galaxy, or the master of the galaxy, the king of the galaxy? What do you think he gonna allow his son to ride in? If you know Jake like big cars, Cadillacs and SUVs and whatnot, what you think he gonna ride in?
Deuce in the quarter.
Well, you think he saw getting all this Star Wars and Star Trek from?
Yeah.
You know, was that John 14? You know, somebody grab that real quick. John 14.
Yep.
This is John 14, verse 2. And it reads, in my Father's house are many mansions.
Let's talk about planets, man. Right? You know, the Lord stretches out the heavens as a curtain. You know, so the Lord is constantly creating. You know, the Lord is constantly creating. You know, just like man that got the herb. Well, it was the law, be fruitful and multiply. So man got the urge to be fruitful and multiply. The Lord got the urge to create more and more, man. You know.
Let's continue in John 14 and 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you.
So while we down here in captivity, Yahushua and the angels have to create different planets for the elect. All right. Get Isaiah. Finish that.
Verse 3. It says, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know, and the way ye know.
Hey, what's that scripture that said the chariot be in their dwellings? I know it's in Isaiah. Isaiah 1 or Isaiah 11. Maybe Isaiah 1. Towards the end of the chapter.
This is verse 3. It says, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. Right? We understand the scriptures tell us when Yahweh Shai showed forth the transfiguration, you know, when it was him, and then Moses and who was it, prophet, who was it, not Ezekiel, who was the prophet? It was Moses, Yahweh Shai, and Elijah, yeah, the water. Elijah, he said, the same way that you see him go is the same way that he shall return, man. And that's what the elder is speaking about, man, the coming of Yahweh Shai. Even when we go into the book of Revelation, the first chapter, man, it says, hey, behold, all the eyes shall see him, man. Yea, even those that pierced him. Because what? He cometh with the clouds.
So we need to bring these things out to boost your faith.
Yep.
We're not just out because for this whole protest shit, you don't know how this is gonna end, right? You read all the destruction of the scriptures, you're not thinking, you just say, man, this sounds bad. But we also, the scriptures also have the light at the end of the tunnel for us to know that this is not for no reason, that this ain't just supposed to end tragically and then that just the whole earth blows up and that's no. This is showing you that there's another stage that this will go to. And if you are in the good graces of the Lord, so to speak, of his elect, hey, you have a hope, you have something to look forward to. That's why when we were talking about earlier, they kept asking, is this the time you're gonna restore the kingdom? Because they want to get to the next greater situation that the Lord has set up. So part of the many mansions and so on and so forth.
Y'all can bring that up.
Get straight to it.
All right, now you see all these vehicles. You know, I got a car. Everybody got a car, right? So wait till the kingdom set up and see what happens. We're gonna tell you.
Start from the top.
What that script did.
Verse 5. It's Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 5. And the Lord Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies.
Well, Mount Zion is Israel, man. So every dwelling place, every house, well, not house, every palace, you know, brothers gonna be staying in. All right, Israelites gonna be staying in, living in. What's gonna be there?
A cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night.
Well, what's that represent? The chariots. You're gonna have an interstellar spaceship, impersonal. Probably thousands of them if you want.
Hey, you know how Jake get rims and candy paint and pull it up in front of their house. You see in Jesus cribs how Jake pull all their whips out around the house. We gonna get to have that. Pull up to the planet. All right.
For upon all the glory shall be.
Father knows, don't he?
He made us.
Yeah.
For upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Man, that's evidence. Hey, that's why we look forward to this is good news, man. You know, we gotta live through this, we gotta go through this bullshit, you know. Yeah. But in the whole big scheme of things, it's, you know, this little kingdom ain't shit, man. It's, you know,
it says
ain't shit, man.
In Romans 8, it says for the earnest,
expectation.
Yeah, but it says for the things the things we suffer now aren't to be compared with the things to come. But it's the glory to come. What? Yep. So you gotta have that vision of greater things to come. That even though we're suffering down here now, because we're at the bottom of these people got probably good jobs and shit. You know, they probably got something going for themselves, and that's why they're trying to do what all they know to try to uphold this society so they can keep their position in life. Well, for us, we know we ain't shit and we ain't got shit. But if we are of the elect, we got everything. We got glory. We got the kingdom to come. We got knowing Yahweh Shai and all that wisdom that comes with it to grow into, so to speak.
And the church represents glory too. Yep. I think it said Matthew 24. I think it said the glory said fill the heavens, something like that, some along those lines. But you know, the glory represents Yahweh Shai comes back to live. You know, it's charity.
This is Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Manifestation of the sons of God. You know, the sons of God are the Israelites. All right. In the Hebrew, Yasharala, which means he's prince of the power. Man. You know, we're the sons of Yahweh. You know, Yahweh Shai is the only begotten son, the first born. All right, the first spirit created. Okay? So yeah, so hey, you see the sons of God manifested. You want to say something?
Yeah, I had the precept about how King Solomon he had chariot cities. And this 1 Kings 9, verse 19. It says, "In all the cities of store that Solomon had, and cities for his chariots, and cities for his horsemen."
So he got other spots where he got his vehicles chilling at. Ain't that? I ain't gonna lie. In the world, I always wanted that. I want a house in Miami. I got clothes. I got a car there that fits that climate. Then I want to go to Brazil and got whatever I got over there.
Yeah,
then I want to be, you know.
We look at niggas like Floyd Mayweather. We be like, what the fuck you need all them cars for?
Yeah, right.
You know?
But
we're in the mind state of being humble. You know,
yeah.
so.
You can't think like that.
When you get all that money, it's like there ain't nothing else you can do.
He got a plane. Man, a plane. So he get on his plane, he leave the arena and get on a plane and go to another country, and then shower up over there. Probably shower on the plane.
But the difference between that nigga Floyd Mayweather and King Solomon, all of Israel was straight.
Right.
All Israel was, was rich.
Yeah.
You know.
Floyd Mayweather, he got to kiss the ass of Amalek to get what he had.
Right. To keep it.
Yeah. He ain't no fucking king. Real king don't have to go to the enemy to have all these possessions.
Yeah. Prostrate himself.
Even when you look at Ishmael over there in the Middle East, you know, those different sheiks, you know, they got cities just for exotic cars that they may only use once, man. You know?
It's crazy.
Vehicle deserts out there.
Yeah.
They get tired of driving it, they just leave it.
Leave.
But the rest of Ishmael, there's a lot of Ishmaelites that's poor as fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's
Talking about like the sheiks.
those heathens don't need to be ruling
Right.
because they don't share. They're niggars.
So I continue in First Kings 9 and 19. In all the cities of store that Solomon had,
Molotov cocktail, man.
Think about it is, that shows you how bugged out. That's an Israelite.
Hey, you know what I mean? The type that's gonna start some shit and then disappear in the back of the crowd. That's why I want to say too, man. You Israelites out there, hey, stay clear of that shit, man. Don't involve yourself in that because they already like. You just seen a video recently of it was the ICBK. They was
No, the party guy, family party. Go ahead, what you said.
the guy he used to be in Great Millstone, man, but they was out there teaching, and he was talking about, well, they ain't going to the Chinatown and they ain't going there and this and that.
Pigeon.
Yeah,
You call him pigeon.
and it's like you're supposed to understand what's going on. You're not supposed to be involved in that, man. Yeah, what they doing is fucked up, but we understand judgment, so that's not something you're supposed to be protesting for.
Well, since you mentioned that key word, somebody get Proverbs 28:5 real quick. Proverbs 28:5. That's the key. That's the key word. This is what people in the world don't understand. You as an Israelite, you're supposed to know what's happening.
You can't, while they're grabbing it, you can't fight against prophecy.
Right.
That's what a lot of people do. They're trying to protest against prophecy. This has to come to pass. Regardless if you understand what the outcome is going to be, you can't fight against that. We, in the knowledge, you that's listening and learning in the knowledge, you got to pick that up as well and not fight against the will of the Father. Whoever got it.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 5. It says, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil men understand not judgment. There's always going to be consequences, responses to negative actions. And the Lord, He's a rewarder of those that do. He rewards good to those that do good, and He rewards evil to those that do evil. The Lord is He's not unjust in judgment. So when shit pops off, when evil things happen, you better believe that the Lord, He said, I make peace and create evil. I don't look for all these things. So we seeing ICE agents shoot people down. Hey, don't get it twisted. Right? Some of the tribes getting snatched up and taken who knows where. Hey, we know judgment. That's why the Lord is to be feared. This is why we're calling you to come back and repent. Humble yourself under the Almighty, man. Because this is not going to let up. It's going to escalate. It's going to grow. It's a snowball, man.
Hey, silver at $104.
Hey.
Did I say? I think it was you that said it. Silver's like, what was it, like $70 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, wait till silver start getting in 3 digits, man. All hell gonna be breaking loose. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get worse and worse.
Silver Gold tell the truth about what's really going on. I got a piece of it for you. It's Romans 13 from the top. It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Whosoever therefore resists,
They're in place because the Father has them in place to create the scenario for us to go through. And some are going to go through without faith, and some are going to go through with faith.
man, we already talked about the protesting. Like this is the ongoing cycle that Jake get involved in, and it don't get nowhere. We in 2026 now. Jake's still protesting, still trying to fight against the system, and you notice this shit is getting worse, man.
Let me ask this question: What protest did Jake come out of with substance?
Right. Better than they were.
Better than they were before. You ain't ever done. Because after the 60s, what happened? Civil rights, right?
Yeah, that was all.
But the shit collapsed in the 70s.
And it got worse.
Then you had to get on the welfare and all of that.
Houses, out the houses, families broke up.
Yeah.
Right.
Feminism skyrocketed.
Yeah, you niggas got jobs, but you was also fed drugs at the same time in the 80s when you got jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. And the results is what we have now. The YNs.
This is the so-called white man's protest. Let him show you how it should be done and why it still don't work. That's what should be going on right now. All Jay should be sitting off, chilling in the popcorn and, enjoying the show.
See, this shit is all for show, to be honest. The real action gonna kick in is when that sedition starts.
Yep.
You got, one people standing up to fight against another with swords in their hands. That's gonna be the real action.
Right.
That's usually what changes the course in a society. That's when an actual war happens.
And you ain't gonna hear none of that shit, man.
Hell no.
Most of them people over there, they're not even the people that live in the inner city that's being affected by the shit that's going on. These are people that just want to be involved in
They
some
just want
shit.
to be a part of some shit.
Yeah, they do some shit for likes and
They
social
about to
media.
go back to the suburbs and to work tomorrow.
Yeah, you know it's not a real protest because you got children over there, man. Like what the,
And women.
yeah, and women. If something pop off, hey, now the families are locked up. Now that the kids is about to be handcuffed, or taken away.
Right, they think that they're trying to go about it the peaceful route, a peaceful protest, but they don't see that the government is actually looking for a fight.
Right. Exactly. He want that smoke.
Yeah.
He want the smoke, man.
You ever think about when I say a bully. When a bully's like when a bully want to fight and he don't want nothing but the smoke to fight. No matter what you gonna say, he just wants you to flinch. He really don't care who stand up to fight. He ready to get it in. That's where the government's at right now in America. Okay? They're looking for anybody that's willing to bring the fight, and they're provoking the fight.
Man,
He just slapped up some niggas and shit.
bro, they're treating Edomites like niggas now.
Yeah,
They're treating Edomites like niggas now.
citizens.
Citizens.
Oh, they have the face mask on.
They're
walking
ready.
around. Yeah, they're ready.
Hey, to back up the point, I just seen the video not too long ago. This Edomite dude, ICE agent, he had the mask on or whatever, and you had the people in his face like, man, how do you sleep at night? You know, talking to him, he was like, I sleep just fine. He said, I didn't even graduate college, and I'm making $200,000 a year now.
They ain't missing no shit.
Ice.
So yeah, man.
200,000. Hey, to do what he want to do?
You know, hey, morals don't exist anymore. He giving the right, he dropping bags left and right. People they're gonna be rushing. They don't care. The scriptures say the love of many shall wax cold. So they're gonna be willing to carry out these evil agendas even against their own. You know? Hey, going back to the ancient Roman Empire, when we have those Roman-Jewish wars, don't you know that there was Jakes that was fighting on the side of Rome against Jake? And you had Edomites, Idumeans fighting on the side of Jake against the Romans?
Yeah. Same shit.
Same shit, man.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. There it is.
Did you see that the Jake, the Issacharite Jake? He was at the little family gathering with all his Issacharite family. They dancing, and then next to it they showed a still of him in ICE uniform.
I seen that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna finish off this Romans 13 and verse 2. It says, "Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation." Yeah, you're not getting to the root of the problem. Instead of being like, oppressor, take this chain off my neck. You're supposed to be asking, well, shit, why is this chain on my neck in the first place? What did I do?
Especially you tribes. Mainly you should be asking that question.
Consider your ways.
Right.
Yeah.
For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
I'm not gonna, say that it can't pop off for us, but I doubt something happened to us over here. They ain't gonna fuck with us. We ain't doing shit. We ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on down here. Our protest is about biblical things. And they can't see that it ties in the same way, that it goes hand in hand. But we're talking about something far beyond walking around with our signs depict something far more intense than what their signs depict.
Yeah, them police, they know that.
They know the
They know
difference.
about the Hebrew Israelites.
We've established for years, decades even.
They drove by us a million times. We even talked to them sometimes, and they know that we ain't violent and all that shit. So when they come for us, we know it's not really them.
It's just like when Yahweh Shai said, "Hey, you knew I was daily in the temple, but you coming with swords and shit." But we know why, because they're gonna eventually have to apprehend us. but when they come for us, it's imperative that we understand that we give them no excuse to give this ministry blame. They just gotta make a false accusation about us.
And that's just going to be us bearing the cross of Yahushua.
That's right.
Being partakers of his sufferings.
Right.
When they wrote up on Yahushua, they wrote up on him as if he was like the leader of a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like when he was that in Luke the 22nd chapter. Now mind you, before that encounter when they went and snatched him up, they went to the Lord and they asked him. I think he told them, go to Luke the 22nd chapter. He told them, when I was with you, were you ever lacking in anything? And they said nothing. He was like, okay, well, take what you got, go get you a sword. And then they said, well, hey, we got 2 swords. And he said, that's enough. Go get that.
Luke 22, verse 35. And when he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lack ye anything? And they said, nothing. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath the purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
Why is the Lord telling them to go and sell you, whatever you got and go get you a sword? Is it because the Lord was preparing to go and fight the Romans?
Nope.
And he's going to go fight Pontius Pilate? No. the Lord understood his purpose in prophecy.
Yeah, he had to fulfill that.
He has to fulfill prophecy. All right. So when they was going to come and roll upon him, you got men with you, and one of them got a sword with him.
Yeah.
But they knew the whole entire time Yahweh Shai was teaching in his ministry, he was non-violent. He was peaceful.
Yeah.
He didn't have any swords or anything on him. But it's going to give you context when you further read why he asked them to do that. Go ahead. Because you got certain carnal Israelite camps years ago that tried to use this verse and take it out of context to justify getting carnal.
Peter was with the shit.
Yeah.
But
The
then,
Lord told him to get
Too soon.
yeah.
And so they got Rambo.
Yeah.
I mean, read the whole context.
Yeah.
yeah, because if by them saying that basically Yahweh Shai was in that spirit of getting his justice then why was he obedient unto the death of the cross? Why didn't he call down the legions of angels if that was the case? You know?
He wouldn't have needed no damn
Exactly.
bag.
They ain't gonna need it when he comes back. Why would he need it then?
Well, hey, we were talking about that. Was that last night? When they was coming for him, and they asked for him, and he said, "I'm he."
Yeah.
And then the force, it was a force that went that went and pushed them back, forced them back, man. You know, the Lord don't need no freaking sword, man.
He knew their thoughts. He knew the thoughts of
Right.
everybody.
Go
It
ahead.
says 37, for I say unto you that this that is written must yet be accomplished in me, and he was reckoned among the transgressors,
See that?
for the things concerning me have an end.
Now hold on. You just read that, right? I'm gonna ask y'all brothers, what prophet is that taken from? That he shall be reckoned with the transgressors. I give a hint. What book was the Ethiopian eunuch reading? In the chariot.
One of the three major prophets.
Yeah, kind
One of the three major prophets. Like
I see the whole chapter is about the Messiah. That's the much I'm
That's very
as much as I can give.
Say it if you know it.
Somebody
All right.
That's,
Yeah, he just said it.
You said it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, come. Yeah, Isaiah. Isaiah the 53rd chapter. All right. When you read Isaiah the 50, the whole 53rd chapter is about the Lord and what he was going to suffer. All right. And that was what he had to fulfill when he came on the scene. All right. So the Lord, he positioned himself for the fulfillment of that prophecy, that he would be numbered among the transgressors. All right. Because back then, the robbers, the dudes who was kicking off riots, starting trouble, the revolutionaries, they were known for having swords on them. Okay? So go back to that.
And back in Luke 22, verse 37, for I say unto you that this that is written must yet be accomplished in me. And he was reckoned among the transgressors, for the things concerning me have an end. And that's Yahweh Shai speaking.
Yeah.
38, and they said, Lord, behold, here are 2 swords. And he said unto them, it is enough.
Yeah.
And he came out and went, as he was wont, to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, pray that ye enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed. Keep going to that.
Jump down to, because he started to say his prayer,
Yeah.
and then the angel had to come and comfort him.
Yep.
Jump down to 47.
This verse 47 says, and while he yet spake, behold, a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before them and drew near unto Yahweh Shai to kiss him.
Prayer.
But Yahweh Shai said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss?
Cold shit.
Verse 49, when they which were about him,
And so you gotta see a slimy nigga coming up. How you doing, Lord? You know, good to see you. no limit shit, you know. But then, hey man, but he already knew.
Yeah.
Hey, what you with them for? Why they following you? Like, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
They get the drone up.
Yeah, they got it popping. There, just went on.
Yeah.
They got, hey,
Metro.
Vegas got the whole technological upgrade. They got the drones. They got the new Tesla trucks. They about to get some robots at some point.
They got them done. It's just a matter of time for them to let them out. Them motherfuckers just sitting there. They just waiting in the factory or in the warehouse.
Yeah. They said they want to be the top technological advanced police force in America.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Probably in the world, I think they said.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know how CES is here every year.
Yep.
You know how they probably will have some type of contract with the city, you know, with the police department of force to give them some of the latest tech. Man.
Right.
Going back to here in the book of Luke 22, verse 49, it says, when they which were about him saw what would follow, they said unto him, Lord, shall we smite with the sword? And one of them smote the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear. And Yahushua answered and said, and Yahushua answered and said,
Which was King David, the reincarnation.
and Yahushua answered and said, suffer ye thus far. And he touched his ear and healed him.
Why would you still apprehend this guy after that? The Lord must have had a cold spirit on
This
him.
is after you falling back and shit.
Yeah.
In the forest. And you see the hill.
Hey man, what you doing? Put that up.
And that's balance too, man.
Yeah.
Continue. 52. Then Yahushua said unto the chief priests and captains of the
So
temple,
hold on. They seen the Lord just heal a man. they just saw his ear get chopped off, and then the Lord just healed, put his ear right back on. He probably didn't even have a scar or nothing, right?
could hear better.
Yeah. but then you coming down on him like he just started a rebellion. You know, like he just killed people. Like he just burned a few, buildings down or something. So the Lord had that happen for a reason, man.
He healed what you could say enemy.
Yeah.
He was a Roman centurion. It's not like he healed one of his own. You know?
It was
Priest,
Malchus?
Yeah. Malchus.
He was a servant of the high priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a general.
He was still there to come after.
Yeah.
They was getting ready to take him to the
Yep.
Satorian.
Yep.
Go ahead.
52. Then Yahushua said unto the chief priests and captains of the temple,
Can I make a quick point? That's why you can't build a kingdom inside of a kingdom, because they just pulled up. Yeah, because they came to they had to go to the high priest inside the church situation of the Israelites first, then taking the Sanhedrin, and then bringing unto the Romans to execute judgment on it. It's not like we didn't have sovereignty to it. We could just handle it, our people would handle it themselves. They still have to deliver him up to the Romans, because if they did it incorrectly, then it would be against the law, so to speak, of the Roman authority. We can't be trying to have a duality. Now, one king is supposed to rule, one people is supposed to rule at the top of the throne. All right? Okay, I just want to make a side note about that.
52. Then Yahushua said unto the chief priests and captains of the temple and the elders which were come to him, be ye come out as against a thief with swords and staves? When I was daily with you in the temple, ye stretched forth no hands against me.
Hold on. Somebody go to that same verse. Go to the NLT on.
Was that 35? 22, 35.
Verse 50. Verse 52.
Luke 22 and 52. Then Yahushua spoke to the leading priests, the captains of the temple guard, and the elders who had come for him. I am some dangerous revolutionary, he asked, that you come with swords and clubs to arrest me?
He asks, am I some dangerous revolutionary that you're rolling down on me this beat with all this equipment, all these weapons? And, like, y'all see me every day. I was teaching and healing. Y'all saw me on the Sabbath days in the synagogues.
I was coming up asking questions.
Y'all was asking me questions. I had an answer for everything y'all asked me. But now y'all rolling up on me like I'm a Barabbas, which ironically, that's who they wanted. They wanted him freed and the Lord slain. You know?
You're gonna rise another Barabbas.
Yeah. Like that, hey, Paul Bird song.
Yeah.
That's a Barabbas on steroids, because he's being painted as this figure, this revolutionary figure, but he's fucking set up by the enemy. Barabbas was just probably some just thug nigga that was just out, you know, just getting into trouble, you know.
Hiding something.
Yeah, you know, he was just a regular criminal stirring up trouble. But this motherfucker here, he's acting like he's standing up for the people, and he gotta be FBI or CIA. He gotta be.
It was not. What it was? Eisenhower, not Eisenhower. What's the other one? What's the director of the FBI?
FBI director.
Yeah, the one from back in the day.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Edgar Hoover. What did Edgar Hoover say? There'll never be another black Messiah unless we give it to him.
Yep.
And we ain't seen another one since. All your leaders that you thought go back to either the bootleg or they implanted them in there.
Yep.
You gotta do the research, Jake. Jake followed on my ancestors, and they got pictures of MLK and man. Yeah, you don't know shit, man. That's how we know you don't know shit.
Yeah, man. So the Lord asked that because they pretty much numbered him among those type of people. He was numbered, or he was reckoned among them. He was condemned with a execution that they normally do on criminals, revolutionaries, rebels,
That was the hanging.
murderers.
The hanging on the cross.
Come,
That was good.
they crucified you. So, you know, hey, there's no new thing under the sun. They could try to link us with all that activity, but the Lord, He's the one that's going to justify it, right? Everybody that know us best, they know we're strictly about the Lord's business. All right. We don't have no carnal approach to the ending of the kingdom. We know this is all part of the Lord's doing.
We're not just up here chanting slogans, you know, back and forth. We're really here to teach our people how to operate in these times that are coming up. How to reach into the scriptures and build your faith off of ancient righteous works, and instead of refrain from the wicked works that are written in the book, that the Lord may have favor on them. And not everybody has the capacity or was given the capacity to be able to do that. But those that do, that's who we're here to teach.
Like he was also speaking on last night, man. You know, Yahweh Shah said He sent us forth in the midst of wolves. We supposed to be therefore wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Those wolves is on both sides, by the way. You got wolves that are enemy. You know, it's a lone wolf, but then you got those wolves in sheep clothing, man.
Yep, that's you false prophets.
Yep.
That's you spies and agents that's trying to infiltrate. You know, like there's some of these Israelite groups. They got some infiltration there, for sure. Just you should evaluate their activities and how they're moving, especially in these times. They're not doing it according to the way the Lord, you know, sanctioned it. You know, so they all are in that book.
A lot of them think they can take matters into their own hands and find a solution. Like, nah.
But where the hell the Black Panthers get the idea of getting their groups kissed?
Right.
Where do they get that from? You know what I mean? They've already been drawing parallels between us and Islam. Now you got another revolutionary group, and now they're
That we're all black.
That we're all black. They got people. Come on now.
Yeah, Esau,
We're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
yeah, Esau ain't got the spirit to defense brigade. to decipher,
Differentiate.
separate.
I can't even say this shit.
Distinguish.
Yeah, distinguish, or, separate, who are the true chosen of the Most High. He just all gonna lump us into one category.
Because if you got brown skin, you can't be what he want. Well, just get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, even Yahweh Shai, he was known to be peaceful man. He turned the other cheek. He had former zealots that ran with him too.
Yeah.
Simon, the zealot, Simon, he's called Simon the Canaanite, but he's an Israelite. But he was actually a zealot first, and then he converted and followed Yahweh Shai. So you better believe that they was probably seeing guys like that and was like, wait, this guy, he's peaceful. But didn't this guy used to be a part of a revolutionary group? Why is he following him?
That's how they did kind of with Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
Like, they were scared of him.
Yeah.
Like, didn't he used to persecute the church? Now he's one of us, and it was,
You get too close to him.
Yeah, man. And he's gonna come down with strict authority. Right? Like you can't choose. Esau's gonna get to the point where you can't choose your Yahweh over you. You either gonna bow down to him in this technocratic system, this global technocratic system, or Revelation 13:15. That's where it's headed.
God, to line back what you're saying as well. Hey, look at what happened when the Greeks came into power under Antiochus. It was the same thing. He said any Israelites who consenting unto the religion of their fathers, they were to be put to death because they're not consenting unto the religion of the king.
You can talk about Daniel, you can talk about the three holy children.
Yeah.
Same situations.
Shit.
King wanted them to conform unto what they were
I
doing.
was gonna say Mordecai.
Yeah.
Haman, man. Haman was mad because he didn't bow down unto him,
Yeah.
right? So then anyway, he sent forth that letter of decree saying, these people are a problem, man.
How
You gotta
many?
get rid of them.
How many times? We done named 3, 4, 5 times already that they was gonna do that. No, we quoted earlier, no new thing under the sun. So of course how do you know that somebody's down for you when they show their allegiance to you? And they don't want that half-hearted allegiance. They want full devotion now. That's why they want pre-crime mental scannings and all that other shit. They're gonna go through they're probably right now going through everybody's internet search history right now.
Oh yeah.
Seeing what you into.
TikTok, they already.
TikTok, it was a wrap.
Your identity, migration status.
Yeah. Favorite restaurants.
Your belief.
Got everything.
Your religious belief system. Your political, all that. It's gathering all of that. Man. That's just what they tell us.
Hey, you good, bro?
And then when you heard that one dude, that one Zionist, basically saying anybody that opposes the government or anybody that's anti-Semitic, I want you to look at these people. I want you to look at their bank accounts. I want you to look at basically look at their whole record.
Yeah.
So they're gonna start doing that.
Hey, the police just showed up to, this is in Miami. They just showed up to this Edomite lady house, man. I think, I'm not sure if the mayor himself sent the police or however it went, but they showed up to her house, pretty much gave her a warning because she tweeted. And she pretty much was showing her disdain for the mayor for being a supporter of the small hats. And she's, I don't know exactly what the tweet said, but she said whatever she said. And they showed up to her house with the tweet and showed her like, is this you? She like, well, I ain't gonna answer no questions because I need my lawyer or whatever. But the whole point is they showed up to her house to give her a warning. Like the dude said, we just letting you know because we don't want anybody to be agitated. And it's gonna get to the point to where all you gotta do is just like something or share something. Right. You ain't gotta even tweet nothing.
It's gonna be easy for these devils to, wrap you people up because everyone has an opinion and wants to make their opinion be known publicly. I feel this way. I tweeted this. Like the brother said, you like this or you didn't. You dislike that. So like, okay, round all these people up and categorize them, and then Esau's going to make it. Eventually, going to make it. Hey, you got a choice. You're going to either roll with this new world order, or these are the consequences.
One of the worst tools that ever was created, and the best tools ever created, was the internet. Because what it did is it shared certain mentalities, especially social media. It shared certain perspectives that people could gravitate to, that confirmed how they felt or how they were thinking, which is okay. But now they can also track every thought. But people were just weird or different inside their own minds and in their own neighborhood. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy Jay down the street. We all know he's kind of bugged out. He does weird shit sometimes. But now there's other crazy Jays from every city that's on the internet in a forum together. Let's gather together and be crazy. You know? And then now they come out here protesting. This is what you see. But in that same apparatus, this truth went out too. Okay? But what it's gonna do is convict a lot of people by letting the authorities, the powers that be, come down on them, and it's also gonna justify a lot of those that truly do believe in the Lord and their works. So follow them with the Lord. You got it now.
This is book of Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse 14. It says, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation."
Yeah, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. You know, they can't wait to use the sword from the poor. You know, the poor represents you Israelites. You know, here we go, man. See it, man.
That me? I thought
Now they're following this crowd.
They just lining up, you know. They like to intimidate, you know. Strengthen numbers.
That's the sword, man.
You're doing all right.
The sword is out here, man. That sword on the camera. Bring that script out again.
Come on, get on track.
Bring Psalm 17.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse 14. It says, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation."
We're upright conversation, the prophets. You know, we're telling how the world's going to end, man. You know, we're telling how the world's going to end, man, through the Spirit. Y'all about Shema Shai. You know,
That's up.
this upright conversation.
Yeah.
You know? Or whatever these other people are saying, that's not upright conversation. You know, because it's all vain at the end of the day. You know, the upright conversation is telling our people to repent. You know, you got a kingdom coming, man. You know, this present life that you're living, we have no continuing city here.
Right.
All right? The present life that you're living is all vain, man. It will be destroyed. An hour ago, we talked about how the Lord's coming back.
it's like
He's coming
19
back.
cars.
The second coming is coming back, man. In these chariots, man.
Right,
The whole invasion.
and this verse right here, it's also an indicator that the famine of the word is coming.
Yeah.
You know, the internet is going to be censored. Public preaching, speaking is going to be outlawed. Okay, that means that this word is it's only here for a limited time, man.
I'm gonna say this. The famine already started.
Yeah.
The famine of the word. The reason why I say that is when you had time to actually hear this, you acted like you wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
So you didn't eat. When the Lord shut up shop, your ass gonna get hungry, and it ain't gonna be available to you.
Yeah, you didn't. It's like a spiritual hibernation.
Yeah.
You know, like when bears go into that season of hibernation, what do? They eat all they can, you know, to build up that fat or that reserve, so to speak. So when they endure through that winter, that fat just slowly starts to eat away, so they can preserve themselves, man. Well, that's what the elect are doing through the Spirit.
And I want to say something also. It's a very good point you made about, you know, is already began the family of the word, because how do you know? A lot of these Israelite groups that you could go to and get the truth from, where are they at? A lot of them did some wicked acts, and I'm believing in the Israelite community, you know, and then now the doctrine changing, you know. The timing is what's crazy about it.
Yeah, the Lord is making the paths
Narrow.
narrow.
Yep.
So the real guys that has the truth, that has the counsel of the Lord, they're going to be harder to be seen. The Lord's going to start to make it to where the true prophets of the Lord are not going to be as easily reached. You know, especially when he starts to shut down these platforms and censor us even more. It's going to be harder to. This is going to be harder to come by. You know. So you gonna wish that, man. And them dudes was on to something, man. I wish I would have just clicked on their video. I wish I would have, you know, took notes, something, you know.
Try to remove that name.
Yeah. Yep.
This is Amos 8:10.
Yep.
And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring
Hey,
up
all that fun you have on the internet where you should be feasting to get the word, we're gonna turn that into just ice braids such and such.
There'll be nothing but
chaos.
These people are having fun, man.
Yeah.
Right.
This is their entertainment.
Yeah, they're a party.
They're having fun, man. You know, until tear gas start coming
Yep.
up.
Well,
shooting
you're
out.
right.
Somebody get tackled.
Let that turn. What's happening in Minnesota? But they actually throwing smoke bombs and
Yep.
tear gas and shit.
Bang, flashbangs.
Yeah. When they see that, it ain't gonna be like this. That you see these people.
When Trump bring out the discombobulators.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yep.
And you know it's a different tune right now because 2 Edomites already got killed, man.
Yep.
Or unalive, whatever. If it was just Jake that was getting dropped, man, it'd be a different thing, man. But because 2 Edomites got put down, hey, it's a different energy in the air now, man.
Me and this brother Montezano was speaking about it last night. And right now, it's on edge. Hey, but he will really get active once he sees a little kid, a kid and one of his, whether it's a boy or a girl, gets hit by one of the ISIS, man. Once they see.
Y'all that watch this space and go back and look, we've been here. We've been doing this in these spots, particularly on this block for how many years now? At least two, or more. We've been in this spot, okay? So it ain't like we went to seek it out and we in the protest. No, we didn't invite this.
We didn't even know until we just showed up. We saw all these extra parking spots taken. Like, man, what's going on this weekend? Look, and we saw people walking with signs like, oh, okay, they on that protest shit.
Let's catch whatever, get the vision of it and fuck about it. Hey, and I'm gonna say, if there was any bang or they start moving in formation.
Oh, we gone.
You guys can go through.
Y'all can walk through.
Yeah, and on top of that, hey, we're still applying wisdom because even when they got out their cars, they asked us how we was doing. So they know we're not a part of this mess, man.
There's gonna come a time where it's gonna be numbered. Bunch of transgressions. So that's the famine of the word, man. It ain't gonna be always out here.
If I might say too, the more this starts to ramp up, as we get closer to the end, it's gonna be more and more confusing. So it's gonna be harder to get answered, man. It's gonna be harder to figure out how to move. So that's why we saying get this now. So you can already have it within you, so you can know how to move, man.
I'll start 10 again. And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as mourning of an only son, and the end thereof is a bitter day. Behold,
that's how it's going to be for you Israelites that did take heed to this word, man. It's going to be like you mourning your only son that's been put to death. That's the shame and devastation in your heart. It's going to be, man.
It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, God that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Hearing the words of the Lord. You know, that's like you know, that's thirst. That's water. You know, this wisdom is knowing that's water. Pursuing John the 4th chapter. All right, Yahweh Shai, the Samaritan woman. You know, grab the water from the world, and this water is you know, is basic water you don't drink. You know, yeah. That wisdom.
But it's life-giving like real water is. Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
Yep. So there you go, man. They're gonna be searching for the prophets, man. And they will not find it. You know, they will not find the prophets. You know? Just like Jake, man. Too late to the party.
Right.
Oh,
You know? Too late.
and that reminds me of what it says at the top of 2nd Ezra 5, where it says that the way of truth shall be. There, that's the spirit.
I call it, yeah.
It's on 2nd Ezra 5, Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, but if the signs know this, behold, days shall come in which those who dwell on earth, laden with great wealth, will be deeply stirred. But the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Yep, that's it, man. It's like, hey, the Lord gonna do the same thing like He done in Ezekiel, man. He's gonna make us dumb. You know, make us you know, hide from these people, man. You know.
And then remember, when you read Isaiah the 19th chapter, the Lord said that He would cause Egypt to fail. So that means that a lot of people, they're going to be disoriented, and they're going to be demoralized by everything that's happening, and the fact that they're not getting answers from their so-called leaders, church pastors. They're going to be in a state of confusion. So they're going to be thinking back to when they saw us out here, and they was calling us a bunch of fear mongers and, you know, whatever they called us. But they're going to remember, damn, they were saying things around what we're seeing.
Yep.
You know, they was out there for years. You ain't no dummy going to come and stand in a spot and say the same thing over and over for a long period of time if there's no substance to what he's saying. You know.
This kind of like this is what was happening with Noah. Noah was prophesying, man, for years and years. So you better believe the people who were watching him, the people who saw him out there, thought he was crazy.
I was thinking a lot of these police, you know, these people in these, government branches, you know, they gonna start to believe, you know, they're Israelites. You know, they gonna start to see what's going on. You know, like, what the fuck am I doing? That's what happened to me. I was in the military. You know, I said, when I ran across this word, man, I wanted to get the fuck out. The Lord, you know, gave me the, you know, the spirit to, you know, get out. You know? So, hey, man, ain't no different from these centurions out here, man. These Roman centurions. You know?
There's like two more verses in that. 2nd Ezra 5.
Yep.
Back in our 2nd Ezra 5 and 2, it says, and iniquity shall increase still more in this land, when thou seest now, and of which thou hast never heard. And it shall happen in due time.
Yeah, what did he say?
More of us.
More of us than, yeah, he said there's more of us than there is of y'all.
That's the police said.
Doesn't sound like that megaphone.
One of the dudes.
They're agitators.
Protesters saying that.
I couldn't tell who said it.
That's some stirring up type of language. Hey, stand on that.
Because they got more bullets than y'all though.
Yeah.
But they can call, they can make one call and have 100 motherfuckers down here on your ass. And they got the authority to use their firearms.
No, full immunity.
Yeah, with full immunity.
It says, and iniquity shall increase still more in this land, when thou seest now, and of which thou hast never heard. And it shall happen in due time, that the people shall see this land, which thou now seest ruling,
laid waste.
Where's the one? No.
I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let me read this one in Ezekiel 7:26 real quick. In the NLT. Calamity will follow calamity. Rumor will follow rumor. They will look in vain for a vision from the prophets. They will receive no teaching from the priests and no counsel from the leaders. They're gonna be looking for this truth. They're gonna be looking high and low. It's like us being out here and say no one's here next week, right?
Don't say nothing to them, by the way. Don't say nothing.
No, let them get it.
What's good in Zephaniah or Zechariah, one of the two? It says, as the Most High has called and they did not hear, so he will call and he will not hear. That's the time we're coming into. That's why when it says Isaiah 55:7, hey, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Because this is time is real near. He's going to withdraw himself.
Right.
And the other one that said before that for the evil days come not, and thou have no pleasure in it. Basically, you don't have time to just sit back and be calm and learn how to build your faith up with His word. You don't have time no more. And we're pretty much right there. I rock with my grandma. I was gonna say, this is what this looks like when you see Jerusalem compared with armies. This is what it's gonna look like. This pull-up is gonna be for us or something. To take the men off the street.
Yeah. They ain't gonna be pulling up in those.
No, they gonna pull up in a tactic, super tactic.
Yeah,
The
it's gonna be
armor, M-raps and shit. Yeah. They ain't coming just to show to give a show of force. You know this ain't the end of this.
But being in this gives us a spirit on how to react to that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna we ain't done nothing. We're not gonna fight back. Yahweh Shai gave us a perfect example. The brother was going on.
Coming here for us.
For us. All right, here we go.
I'll say today, you brothers better not run. Why run? If you notice, ICE only really try to get you when you run. That's when they really have it like opens up something if you run.
Even if they come to your house,
Yeah.
don't try to fight. Because when you fight and you show resistance, that's when shit they use their force and shit get really physical. Someone get hurt.
You gotta allow the power of the Lord to have situation to manifest, man.
And it's hard to restrain yourself when you're basically wrongfully being detained.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard, but that's when your faith is. That's when your faith in Yahweh Shai got to kick in and know that hey, the Lord said this would happen. The Lord said these things would come. Go ahead, bro.
No. You made a very, very good point. Yeah, we're according to the eyes of the world, we are being wrong. We will be wrongfully detained. But it's not. We know we're guilty of something. Okay? It starts with the punishment from the Lord and the trial of faith that we have to go through for this.
I'll say this: if you're in Yahweh Shai, the elect, you're not guilty. You're covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
There's no Psalms 32.
Yep.
Blessed is he in whom the Lord have not imputed unto him sin.
But that doesn't mean we didn't do nothing, but the Lord wiped it clean for us with His blood.
Well, what I'm saying,
we make the same point.
what I'm saying is, when they try to come for us, they're not going to have anything.
Right.
There's no gall in our mouths.
Yep.
In the eyes of the Lord, because we're covered through Yahweh Shai, we're going to be exonerated. We're justified.
Exactly.
So when they come to try to get us, they got to make up something to do.
Right.
If they're going to use AI as a false witness,
Yep.
that's what they're going to have to resort to. But we're like, was that in 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter?
That's what we're
Yeah, the Lord, he committed judgment unto the Father who's going to judge the quick and the dead.
Yep.
So we gotta take the same approach.
Yeah, they know that we're not teaching to be carnal.
Yep.
We're not out here inciting violence against them. We're just strictly just saying what the book says is going to happen.
Hey, we're actually teaching peace. Hey, agree with that adversary quickly while that being in the way. That's what we do now. We just literally just talked to you how Shai went peacefully. But you come without a weapons for? I've been peaceful. Stop tripping for.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, bro. You tripping, Peter? Put that shit up.
Look at this dumb shit. It's confusion.
Oh, still gotta make that.
It's so good.
Don't be a half a hoe, be a whole hoe.
Right. Get on OnlyFans.
They gotta get their attention somehow. They're trying to get clientele at a protest. They couldn't make this up.
That's like Sakari teaching at in front of Nipsey.
Yeah, the marathon.
Marathon store. Yeah.
This is confusion, man. But hey, hey, I'm glad this is all. It's circling the drain, man. This shit is all part of this society passing away. This shit is straight madness. Babylon. They came to the corner for like, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes at the
That was
most.
just to provoke. Yeah. And these silly ass people thinking, look, they bouncing shit, thinking they did something.
Hey, we don't know when ICE gonna show up in Vegas, but they gonna show up. It's like the show they here, but they, you know,
Based on the
operation. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, sweeping the city.
So just keep that same energy, all you stupid ass protesters, man.
You was reading still?
I finished.
You got to appreciate it.
This is Revelations 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in the heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Mashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before God day and night.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, you saw he's gonna use his AI, his technology to accuse us, man. You know, he's gonna say some things that we didn't even say, man. You know, and he shows you in these movies, man. Running Man being an example. You know, hey, he's gonna say some crazy shit, man. You know, and this AI technology is getting more and more advanced every day, man. You can't even tell the difference sometimes. Yeah. You know? So yeah, he's gonna come down with all types of things that we ain't saying. He's gonna use that, you know, to basically come and get us, man.
We just seen, so you seen on the head chat, how Sakari, a former Sakari member, just got caught with all this. Yeah. You know?
Shit in his phone.
And all it's doing is dirtying up the Hebrew Israelite.
Just because of his association.
Yep.
They don't look at all of. They got to look at all of us.
So now we got guns. Now we're known for child things. Now we're known for, come on, man, for hating women. You got all these things that ain't true about us. It's all slander. You know?
But Esau, he's the top perpetrator of all that.
Yeah.
You know, Esau, he do all that shit.
Yeah.
You know? You got wicked niggas, but Esau, he takes the cake, man.
Yeah, his people is like kind of into that shit.
They got a whole island.
Esau always been bestiality, pedophilia, all that shit, man.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, you notice they ain't talking about the Epstein files.
Yeah.
They know that.
All this shit has been. It's just because all this shit that's going on has pretty much distracted everybody. Yeah, Esau, he's throwing a tantrum just to throw everybody else so that people will continue to look into that shit.
Look here, don't look here.
Yeah.
That's illusionists that the magicians do, which is witchcraft.
Sleight of hand.
Right, kind of like when all that before the protests in Minnesota, Tim Walz was in deep shit, and then when
I gotta talk to him. They're trying to get attention.
And then after all that ICE shit came out, everybody forgot about him being in investigations and stuff. You know, these devils know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. You know, we understand the bigger picture of what Esau is trying to do. Push out confusion, division, so he can bring that wrath. He can bring that wrath in order to restore order. it's it's simple. It's simple when you look at it, but these people.
Like this is the only thing that he can't infiltrate, man. This is the only movement, whatever you want to call it, right? The people outside of the world. This is something that the only thing that Esau cannot infiltrate and corrupt.
I mean, you can't corrupt the truth.
Can't corrupt it, man.
You still gonna have spies in this thing. You still gonna have niggas that work for Esau, being informants and all that. But the truth itself, the doctrine, he can't do nothing against that, man. He can't, he can't pervert it or nothing.
This book, Acts 5:38, says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High."
So his will be done. So that's what's going to stand. His counsel, the Most High counsel, is going to stand. And we're warning you, your best perspective is to get in line with his will. That's what we're doing. We're here to be in line with the will of the Father. Okay, that's not in line with the will of the Father. Carrying, think of we was a Sakari right now, and we have sticks up here. We're just, or like the new BBP or whatever they call it. BPB or whatever they call it. I forget what they call it. The BPP, right? If we were them, and we stand up here, no, we just up here executing our constitution. We're like, man, take that. I don't like that shit. I don't like y'all faces with that. There's a reason why Birdsong can do it. We ain't letting y'all do it. Even though this is open carry. We ain't doing that. Okay? Because that's against the will of the Father up here. All right? That's not in line. That's not being wise. That's not in the right spirit. Because what does that mean? When you have something like that, what does that mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to use the GUN word. What does that mean? That means you're ready for action, right? That means you got the power to kill right in your hand, don't it? How bad would that have been if we all up here, or even just the post would have happened, and they pulled up like that? The energy would have been way different.
That shows you're not willing to back down from an altercation or authority. Yeah.
But you're gonna use a carnal method, not wisdom.
Police, they want action.
Man.
It was itching for it, man. Yeah. They moved over there, moved over here. They was moving all over this motherfucker, hoping that something would pop off. But eventually, they're going to get that action they want.
Yeah.
They're not the defenders of peace. They're attackers, man. They want to be on the offense. It's the sword. Hey, finish starting reading that.
That's Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
Let's talk about the men of the Lord.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, the devil represents Esau Edom. He has a short time to rule. You see the chariots out in space. You see the earth rising up against him. That's why you got to bring on this new world order. He's going to bring it through violence and chaos. So he gets great wrath. Hey man, he got weapons, man. That the public has never seen before, man. We talked about the discombobulator earlier. Trump said he got the super duper missile like 6, 7, 8 years ago. He got all types of shit, man, that he's itching to use. And the Heavenly Father gave him the spirit to do it. Hey, Revelation 6, the red horse, was given power.
This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. And power.
Yeah, red represents Esau. He's the red man of the planet Earth. All right, and the horse represents power. Horse represents power.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Take peace from the earth. Every sense of this man carrying in the power, man. Since the the new Roman Empire, you know, the rebirth, you know, the Renaissance, you know, the 1500s. He's been spreading wickedness and evil all the planet Earth ever since then. Yep. So he's at the last seconds of his empire. So, you know, he's just gonna go all out, man. Why wouldn't he? And Jacob got to get his trouble. Yep. You know, Jacob got to get his ass kicked before. I'm talking about the 2/3. Yep. You know, the 2/3 got to get their ass kicked before the deliverance. You know,
You gotta be delivered from something.
Yeah. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
You were talking about all these great swords.
yeah.
I got the precept to go with that. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yeah, that's the wicked. That's the Lord's sword. The Lord's sword. You know, it's Isaac's blessing with the sword, man. You know, Yahushua is the reincarnation of Isaac. Man. All right, so the Lord gave the blessing with that sword to take peace from the earth. And we're seeing it, man. You know, Esau got laser beams. He got all types of radar weapons.
Yeah.
He got satellites, direct energy weapons,
Cloaking devices.
all that.
You got it all.
He even got insects that'll fucking kill you, man.
Yeah. When we see that years ago, and I think I might have posted it recently, where they got these little mini drones that look like the size of, I don't want to say, like maybe a dragonfly or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got one shot on them.
Yeah.
We've been watching that.
Oh, yeah.
For years.
Those are drones.
Yeah, little baby drones.
Yeah.
That look like
one
little
shot kill drones.
insects, flying insects.
How can you niggas fight an insect?
Man, hey, they're coordinating drone shows. We saw the drones had guns in that movie, The First Purge. We've been watching them play with the technology out there, man.
You got chemical weapons,
Yep.
which chemical weapons are banned, but in these days, that shit is all going out the window, man.
Nothing's off the
They're gonna be used.
They was using that Minneapolis?
Yeah, they're being used over there in Palestine. Okay, if you want to get an example of what this devil is going to do, look over there.
Yep.
Okay, that is what they're going to do over here. You know,
Airstrikes on the city.
airstrikes.
Yeah.
They're going to be fully people thinking they're going to get some food and drop a fucking missile on the crowd.
Right. It's a game called The Division. And basically, it's about an outbreak that occurred within America, man. And throughout the game, they got a bunch of different tech. And they have like these, they call them swarm drones, which are basically like mosquito drones. They have like this ball spear that moves around and they shock people. Then they got these remote turrets, or you'll just throw them out on anything, and then they activate and start going in on people.
Gatling gun.
Yes, basically a Gatling gun, man. You know, or they can control it. But him putting it in the game, hey, they already have that tech already, man. They put it in the game just so you can have the awe of using it while you're playing it. Hey, but that's old stuff, man.
That's that sword, man.
Yeah, cloaking devices and shit like that.
Super soldiers.
Yeah, super
The
soldiers.
robots. All the swords.
You think Iron Man's just a movie?
Yeah.
There's some of them around here, man.
They have them down here in Venezuela when they got Maduro. I see a motherfucker just shoot 300 shots, 300 rounds,
RoboCop.
accurate pinpoint accuracy.
Niggas can't fight against that, which are the AK-47 that you get from the gun show. The corner store gun shop.
The Dracos ain't got nothing to do
Can't
with
do
it.
it.
Esau's so grimy. He can use this Arctic blast,
Yeah.
this extreme cold weather.
Yeah.
Your power, millions of people are without power right now.
Right now.
If Esau would want to, he could come down on you while you freezing in your homes.
That's what they're doing to people,
Yeah.
Gaza.
Yeah.
Kids is freezing and
Yeah.
freezing and starving at the same time.
Can't get it right now.
At the same time, you talking about they could turn off the heat. They got ways to hit do a power surge on homes to make a shit catch on fire.
Yeah.
You think people you think that solar, everybody got solar? They got that shit for a reason. You're not gonna go outside of the grid. that's like a ticking time bomb on your house. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because they can surge the power in, and blow your shit up.
Yeah, so what you gonna do then? This devil can wage war against you in freezing fucking weather.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh Shai prophesied about 70 AD, he said, pray that your flight be not in the winter.
Yeah, he said, woe unto them that give sucking on things.
Yes. Little babies, yeah, toddlers.
And I wouldn't put it past this devil using geoengineering technology for this storm.
Yep.
You know? It's already speculated that there was certain flight patterns in the atmosphere that led up to this storm. So they could have been using certain planes to drop certain chemicals, you know, to change the atmosphere.
I got something on the swords, basically those body suits, right? It's a key military program. TALOS, T-A-L-O-S, means the acronym for Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit.
Right.
Launched in 2013 by SOCOM. SOCOM. S-O-C-O-M. It says this program aimed to create a powerful exoskeleton with full-body ballistic protection, liquid armor, and vital sign monitoring. That's fucking Iron Man. And, what's the Jarvis? That's fucking Jarvis in there.
Liquid.
Jarvis was AI.
It's like
Liquid armor.
liquid Kevlar, basically.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, you remember the Black Panther? Basically when they was punching the suit and it was storing up all that kinetic energy to basically disperse it. That's what it reminds me of. Because there's certain solids, or it's like there's certain metals, when you hit it with the force, the energy bounces off of it or it absorbs it. But you can slowly poke it and it'll basically take that
It says the project was officially concluded as a super suit concept in 2019 because current power sources and technology were not yet feasible for a single integrated unit in 2019. This is 2026. You think they stopped trying to figure out how to make that possible?
By the time they brought that out, remember the military is 20 years ahead.
Exactly. Saber, another one called Saber, Soldier Assisted Bionic Exosuit for Resupply. Wow. The more recent and practical application, Saber is a lightweight 2.7 pounds, soft exoskeleton, exosuit.
What was the name of the report?
Saber.
Saber.
This one's Saber. The other one's Talos. Yeah, it says soft exo.
So like, let me say something.
Yep.
See, all these different things that brothers is reading that Esau got in stores.
Yep.
This is for you, the wicked of our people, that's not under the divine protection of Yahweh Shai. That is what y'all to be afraid of that. We're not to be afraid of these things.
Exactly.
That's for you.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Somebody real quick get Job 19:29 real quick.
I got him holding.
I got a little information about that as well.
Job.
Get Job 19:29.
Job 19, verse 29. Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishment of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment.
Yep.
That's it. Esau get to using these things that we talking about. You people that's gonna be in the opposite end of that, you're gonna be getting, that's judgment. That's gonna be judgment going on. When Esau gotta use these things, that's judgment going on. The Lord is using the sword to punish you. Remember, the sword is also part of the spirits of vengeance. The Lord did say that vengeance is His. He's going to pay back His people. Where it talks about the sword shall be furbished and made sharp to make a sword slaughter. He's talking about sending a sword among these people here, man. Ice will be the least of your words.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the least of y'all worries, man. Esau, he itching to use the other shit we talking about.
Yeah.
All it takes is for y'all to, like what Antifa is talking about, and these guys talking about we gotta arm up, we gotta do this and do that. That's what they want. So that they can have the excuse to use these things, man. They can start bringing it out.
The Father didn't put this in his mind for nothing.
Come on.
That's why I want to do
That's when it's gonna really turn up, man. But just understand that those of you that are in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're not to fear these things.
Right.
Because the Lord's gonna have divine protection around you.
It said the Archangel Michael was going to come down and protect you.
Yeah, but like it says in Psalms 34, that the angel of the Lord encamped about around those that fear the Lord.
Right. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Yeah, after they go through the trial.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man. So in Job the 5th chapter as well.
Yep.
They shall it says that
Laugh at famine, that one.
they shall laugh at famine, but also they shall
In danger, they shall.
in a time of
They shall
war.
be joy. Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go right quick, Mom.
Job 5 and
I got
20.
Yep.
No, 19.
Yeah. Job 5 and 19. It says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles,
Yep.
yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Let's talk about the missiles. Man. Between that 6 and 7,
Yeah.
the missiles are going to destroy America, man. You know? Missiles flying, man. The Lord going to deliver his elect in the 7th trumpet.
It says, In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
And in war from the power of the sword. You know, when Esau think about using those against the elect, that's what we already know. The Lord gonna lift up the standard. The Lord gonna do something that's gonna put them to flame when they roll up on us with all the technology. You know?
Yeah, he probably have an angel with a sword. You know, it's like Balaam and the donkey scene.
Yeah.
You know, standing right in front. You know,
Yeah.
imagine a big ass angel, 20, 30 feet. You know,
Right.
with a sword, blowing and shit. You know, I'm talking about celestial, in the celestial body.
And Elisha prayed, and the Lord blinded the Syrian army, man. It's simple, simple things like we always talk about, simple things like that, man. You know?
Yeah, this is for you, the wicked of our people. You're gonna be met with these things. You ain't gonna be protected either. That's how 2/3 of you gotta get cut off.
I got a precept to go.
Did it say for the holy or for the wise, good things are created before evil, or they turn into a snare, something like that. Basically, the same things like that angel showing up will help protect the elect, but it's here to destroy the 2/3, the wicked about people.
The Lord gonna allow Esau to walk right through them.
Yeah.
I got a quick one. I got
And Esau gonna be like a death angel to you 2/3, man. But there's gonna be some of you amongst the tribe that y'all gonna be death angels too, taking out a bunch of troops and Edomites. It's gonna be blood on both sides, man.
Yeah, but more blood on Jake's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw the videos, Arrows of Indignation he uploaded. It was a Jake that was telling about a dream that he had. And basically in that dream, he said that he was in a big warehouse and there was a lot of Jake in there. And they was in there, I think they was like rejoicing. It was like a church type of thing going on. And they started celebrating and everything. But they also had weapons in there too. So they was very secure up in there. And then he noticed on the outside, something, vehicles pulled up. And when they came in there, they said it was a bunch of like devils, Edomites. They came up in there, and then it just started going. They started just letting off, just getting down on Jake in there. But then you had certain people that was already in there. They turned on some of the people that was already in there and joined the people that pulled up and started killing them. And then you have people that was in there. Second, no, people that came up, that pulled up with those Edomites to come kill those Jakes, they turned on them and joined the Jakes that was inside the building and started firing on the Edomites that was in the truck. So basically, he noticed it was Jake killing Jake, Edomites killing Edomites, Jake killing Edomites, and Edomites killing Jake.
It's all out
He
there.
said it was just American versus American.
All out there.
Yep.
There it is.
That's what
that's what he
like
saw.
sinners at first, but it switched up. Yeah.
And then he said it was a big building in the background, and it was like a big USA flag on it.
Just so you know that that's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the USA flag in the churches out here.
Yep. Read that, bro. This goes with the elder was speaking on.
This is Iraq 40, and I'm starting at 9.
I'll share that video with you.
Yeah.
I'll share it.
You got it.
It says death and bloodshed, strife and the sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
Yep.
So
Both floods.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ancient flood, but more so this flood that's coming now. One that's more so to be associated with this time. That's it. You said you had enough?
He was still.
So let me go back into this saber. Okay. It says, I'll start at the top of saber. It says soldier assistive bionic exosuit for resupply. The more recent and practical application, Saber is a lightweight 2.7 pounds, less than 3 pounds, right? Soft exoskeleton deployed in the, and what people watch these Christopher Nolan with what's the guy that played in that movie, the Batman movies, Batman Begins and all those movies. Anyway, you saw some of the technology that he had. And then when he was talking to Morgan Freeman in the movie, he was like, a lot of this was created for military use, but they didn't do it. It didn't, because it didn't, the certain car didn't build a bridge or it didn't do this, but stuff works fine. So you think they're not going to try to sell it? They can't use it overseas necessarily. So fuck it, let's just use it at home.
But they can't sell it overseas.
They can't sell it to the enemy, so they might as well use it here. Yeah, let them be protected, and using arm them with the proper weapons. All right, and I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, it says deployed in the field in 2023. It said it uses elastic bands to act as external muscles, reducing back strain for over 50 pounds during heavy lifting. A Raytheon XOS number 2, the second generation robotic suit designed to help soldiers lift heavy weights up to 200 pounds. That means they can lift any human being and run off with it.
It's assisting basically assisting their body.
That was in the Batman
It's like,
Dark Knight movie. Put that shit on his knees.
We've seen those like in those Call of Duty games from 10, 15 years ago.
Yep.
It's like exoskeletons,
Yep.
fucking those boosters that help you jump higher,
Yep.
Yep.
That whole exoskeleton suit is going to be you're going to have the chip.
You probably to help control it.
To help control it, yeah.
Yep. That just makes sense, right? It said, but look what it said. It said lift heavy weights up to 200 pounds repeatedly without fatigue. It is primarily intended for logistics and resupply rather than direct combat. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what it was intended for.
Like
But they can't just reprogram it to tweak it.
Like they said that little robot dog at the football game dancing and shit with the band. That's just for entertainment. Like, nah. Next thing you know,
This motherfucker's going in houses, de-arming explosives and shit. Bringing out terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Walking them out. Capability versus fiction. Because it's showing you, AI can't just give you, say, this is what's going on. They just gotta kind of, it could be potentially, make it a theory versus fact, right? So protection, military suits use advanced materials like liquid armor, which can solidify in milliseconds. And that's why I brought up that Dark Knight movie, because in that, what he has is capable of all soft, but you send a current through it, now it becomes rigid.
Right.
Now imagine you weave Kevlar into that. Now it's bulletproof. That's what it's called, right? This is the shit they got, man. You niggas think your bullets gonna matter? They have armor-piercing bullets. You niggas got regular 223s and 5.2s or whatever they got. I don't know the numbers.
These niggas, them niggas so stupid. They too proud to wear a regular vest.
Man,
A regular bulletproof vest. They too
how
proud.
heavy is that? Maybe 10 pounds, a vest, something like that?
But
You know?
one of the elders was saying, the elder Mwatazat was saying in LA, you gotta be in shape to shoot a fucking gun.
Yeah.
Cause it ain't just boom, boom, boom. You gotta really be in shape to consistent. Right.
You know
These
what?
niggas out here ain't.
Hey,
Niggas that real can't run around the
You
block one
gotta be
time.
in shape to shoot jumpers with a basketball.
Right.
How much more a 10-pound gun, let alone a rifle?
I was gonna say
And
paintball.
then come back and then you running and diving and rolling and crawling. You think but I know friends in the world that went play paintball. They was like, we gonna go back next week? I'm like, hell no. I'm tired. I'm hurt. Let alone tomorrow. The battle starts again tomorrow if you survive. The night. You can't do that. How many days can you do that back to back without being in shape?
They love bragging about the switches, but not only did they give you that to destroy each other, of course we know that, but that is also to pretty much take away your because it takes away your aim. It's no accuracy with that at all. So it's really being used against you, man. Your bullets is going like that, and you ain't hit shit.
Yep.
It was a snare, man. They flooded the streets with switches
Yep.
so that not only can you shoot each other with them, but then they bring a law that says if you get caught with one,
Yep.
your ass is doing federal time.
Yep.
It's such a snare.
Yeah.
Jake's
You know,
fault,
Jake,
snare every time.
Jake, like the brother was saying, Jake always want the illegal shit. Because they think it's special. No, that's the throwaway shit they don't want. What you really want is one of these.
I got some information on that. Because it was when we were in school, there was something called oobleck. It was basically cornstarch and water, and it's known as like a non-Newtonian fluid. It's basically a fluid that's shear thickening, right? It says oobleck, shear thickening liquids. It says they're viscoelastic fluids, meaning they're both rubbery and liquidy, like silly putty. It said like slime or toothpaste. It says the closest real world liquid is a dense particle suspension. It says cornstarch, sand, or silica in water. Shear thickening fluids used in protective gear, they harden on impact and stay flexible otherwise. That same physics is why liquid armor can stop a knife or bullet but still bend. It says liquid armor, or STF, shear thickening fluids. It says here's what each part does. Tiny hard particles, often nanoscale, that crowd together.
That was the thing I was going to say. Didn't they say magnets and certain currents make these nanobites that people injected into themselves in 2020? Didn't they say that makes shit move?
Yeah.
They not using that in this? They wouldn't use that? Of course they would. Because they're going to be able to control them nanobites and nanoparticles with AI at some point, with 6G. Okay?
It says this is how it works. The particles slide past each other, but the fabric stays flexible. An impact like a stab, strike, or bullet shot, particles instantly jam together. The fluid stiffens like a solid and spreads the force. So it's flexible when you move, rigid when hit, then instantly flexible again.
Yep.
It says it's impregnated into Kevlar or similar fabrics, soaked into the weave and then dried. This lets armor be thinner, lighter, and more flexible than rigid traditional plates.
When we talk about how this man sharpens his sword, this is part of him sharpening his sword.
Real quick.
You got it.
Psalm 7 and 12, and I'm going to read it down. I don't know if it's NLT or KJV.
Both.
But I'll read the KJV. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
What did it say in the NLT?
NLT, it says, verse 12, 7 and 12, it says, if a person does not repent, Yahweh will sharpen his sword.
Hey, don't that go what you talking about on the cross up? It says, it's also for Jets.
No, go ahead.
Because everybody can't repent. Jet can repent.
They're like,
It said, if a person does not...
See how happy they are, laughing and giggling and shit coming from this? That shit ain't going. That ain't serious. Niggas ain't serious. Can't take them serious. Go ahead.
If a person does not repent, Yahweh will sharpen his sword.
Hey, it's gonna be mourning and crying if people are able to walk away from something like this event.
It's going to be when people go to the protest. They may not go home.
Yeah.
They're gonna go home in a body bag, go to the hospital.
Pine box
You know?
or a FEMA box or whatever.
Right.
These people walking away from the protest like they just left the movie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, bro, like they was on date night or something, bro. Motherfucker had his kids out like they went to the mall or something to go watch fucking ice skating.
We should tell them, get a job. Like they do us and shit.
That's what they asked.
It said, he will bend and string his bow. He will prepare his deadly weapons and shoot his flaming arrows. The wicked conceive evil. They are pregnant with trouble and give birth to lies. They dig a deep pit to trap others, then fall into it themselves.
Yep. That's what they don't know. They're gonna fall into this themselves. All you niggas gonna fall into it because y'all gonna fall into the snare of the devil, but the devil himself gonna fall back into his own snare as well. He gonna set the bear trap, and he's gonna try to take off, and he's gonna catch his foot.
What's that, Habakkuk 2? Parable shall...
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker, parable shall...
Yep.
Yeah, take a parable against him. It said, the trouble they make for others backfire on them.
Yeah.
The violence they plan falls on their own heads. I will thank the Lord because he is just, and I will sing praise to the name of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
I have a precept to go with what the brother was reading about the different types of suits that they have, because these suits that they have, a lot of this shit is going to be used here in the States, because the war that's going to be fought overseas with these different countries, it's going to be fought with drones, fighter jets, missiles. That shit is going to be used here on the public.
Because the public here
Right. They have the most weapons. They have per yeah. So I was about Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warriors was confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Speaking of the war, that's the global war that's going to take place. But all these technology that this devil got, the majority of it, I would say even 75, 80% is going to be used on so-called U.S. citizens and people here in the States. You know, they're going to use all that shit. Like the brother said, they're going to empty the clip of all their gadgets and shit they got. You know, like, oh, use this. Oh, we still got that. Use that. We haven't tested this out yet, but use that too.
You may forget how Trump he set a budget for 1.5 trillion into the military. You know, so whatever they have, I'm pretty sure they're like, all right, we're gonna set this to the side, and we're gonna use this for rebellious Americans. All this other stuff right here, we finna develop because we getting ready to go to war. You know, they're getting ready to go to war. Esau's in war mode right now.
The Department of War.
Come.
They use what? $1 trillion, over $1 trillion, $7 trillion,
$1.5 trillion.
Hey, we saw that scene in Civil War where that fucking Apache gunship was going through the city, gunning motherfuckers down. Think about that, bro. That's gonna happen. A gunship going through Las Vegas Boulevard shooting people, bro.
Going through Northtown.
That right there is never been seen before in the States. It's you people think that can never happen here.
We're telling you that it's gonna happen.
When this was going down, one Apache helicopter, before
These
they
are
even
fucking
damage
deadly,
it, before they even damage it, it could have laid the whole block down in like 7 to 10 minutes.
You need anti-aircraft shit to bring that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
People here don't have that.
Yeah, Call of Duty kill streak, bro.
You know? Yeah. It's enemy chopper gunner down the shit.
That's the bankers. They're gonna collect on their debt. Yeah. You know, because this place America owes the bankers what 34 trillion, something like that, 38 trillion, some shit. All right. So the bankers you people are the debt. You know, and whoever fucking goes against their order, you know, they gonna get put to death. You know.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get very, very brutal out here. Okay, urban warfare, man. Close quarters combat type shit too. Because close quarter combat, if you take a look at Ukraine against Russia, it's still going down over there. There's whole cities covered with fiber optic cables, man, because of the drones. You know, and when there's been plenty of examples when a group of people is outgunned and outmatched by a military, they go back to guerrilla tactics, dirty tactics. You know, so yeah, the military is going to get it in, man, on these people, but the people here are also going to fight back.
That nigga Putin, man. They tried to attack his residence. He lost it, and he got that Orsnik missile deployed and used that motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit look amazing.
Yeah, he pulled out on their ass, man. You know?
And Russia's like 2-3 cities away from conquering the whole Ukraine.
Yeah. All they need is really Kyiv.
Yeah, they're already in the capital.
Kiev.
Yeah.
Because Trump can't keep sending aid to them.
Right.
He talking about the Don Road doctrine. He want to conquer the whole Western Hemisphere, so you can't do that and then still try to focus on Ukraine and shit.
Ukraine, sending aid to Israel, sending aid to Taiwan, all over the world. This man is everywhere, man.
But he's in that spirit of war, like we mentioned. And Esau is in the right spirit. Does the scripture say that in Ecclesiastes? The time of peace and a time of war.
That time.
You know?
These people are going against the grain. Talk about peace, justice. That's not gonna happen.
You don't understand that language. Hey, to Esau, peace, war is peace.
Strength. What is it? Peace through strength. Through peace, he shall destroy many. You know?
Got a king of the kings and lord of the lords got to come. I said earlier. Esau understands violence. Because he was blessed with the sword, so the whole bigger sword gotta come and destroy it.
He's the hammer of the earth. Everybody's looking like a nail. You know?
I got one, Psalm 140 and 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war." Continually. That's all this devil knows. If that's your main blessing, hey, you're gonna use it to the fullest. You know? Just like Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
He said that he
said with 10, 12 men,
yeah.
he could take over that whole island of Gaddon.
Yeah. And it was said that for a period of time, his sword did not leave his hand.
Yeah.
It was cutting off the rest of the money.
up signs yelling, fuck ICE. These people, they don't know. They don't know. It's cute. Hey, it's cute. Walking around with, fuck ICE signs.
Taking pictures and shit.
Taking
smiling.
pictures, and you got your little kids with you. Little dog, walking the dog with your sign through the street. Somebody honk their horn, y'all, ah.
Right.
Like, are y'all in a parade or is this a protest?
They face to recognize though.
Huh?
About the surveillance.
Hell yeah.
No animosity.
Hold that.
Hey, brother, go.
Oh yeah.
Somebody go with the
You go,
bill.
Stand up. Stand up. 1 second, bro.
Day like today.
I got a quick read.
I got it.
You got it?
I got a quick read. This is from the book of Habakkuk 2. Speaking about Esau. I'll start here at blood shall proceed. I'll start there. This is Habakkuk verse 2. This is Habakkuk 2:12. It says, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establishes sick. It's like, nah, I'm starting up. Yeah. This is verse 5. Nah. I started. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
What that mean, man? Man, start with the prophet on down, man. It was a long time that none were popping off. But they still had to go out and prophesy until the Great Awakening in 2007, 2008. A whole lot of brothers came in. And they ever since then, evil started to multiply on the earth, basically, until 2026. You see protesting and all that shit, man. So you got the 2020 pestilence, So the vision is not tearing, These prophecies. Okay.
Gone. This is the next verse. And it reads, for behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
As Esau, his soul is not upright. He was created to be the wicked. Okay? And that's what you Israelites gotta understand. He's not gonna change, man. If he scripture, he do it right. Right. So he might show you kindness, but you got 7 abominations on his heart. He's drawing swords. Go ahead.
He's wild, he coyote. He'll set something out for you that look like it's like how he was setting traps to catch the road runner. But he was trying to set little things that was going to intrigue the road runner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set some bird seeds. I know he like that. That's attractive to him.
Yeah.
But he trying to trap your ass or something, man.
Yeah, he'll put like something at the edge of a cliff. Make the bird fall off. I got that. Good precept for that. It's Psalm 7. I'm gonna start here at verse 15. It says, he made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Esau, his new world order, man. He's gonna fall upon you, son, man. Job 20 said, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So these average people, they're gonna get pissed off and they're gonna physically fight the government, man.
So let back on what you're saying, that word, what was it? It said the hand of the wicked. That word is imal, which means the workman. This is it means the workman, man. So he's regular people. And this is how he's going to bring forth that sedition and civil war within the cities.
So you might hear all, happy, joy. These people think they're doing something. But wait, it's a fact, lack of food. That's when motherfuckers start getting angry.
The scriptures say that, man. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall more than weep. All this cheering we heard throughout this whole camp, that shit gonna be turned into streams of terror, man.
Can you go back to that Habakkuk? I want you to read down the thick clay. I got some history.
This verse 4, finishing out. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Right. Wine is a philosophy. It's fiat currency, it's military proud. He thinks he's the smartest nation on the planet Earth, and has been for eternity. Since the inception of the Earth. This is niggas say, oh, it's carbon dating and shit.
Yeah.
This is man came from apes 32 billion years ago, some goofy shit. You think you know science, you think you know everything. All right, that's part of his philosophy.
It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
When it says he enlargeth his desire as hell. He enlargeth his desire as hell. If you look up desire, it means basically his soul. Which your soul determines your appetite. Your affections, your lust, your appetite, that makes up your soul. His soul is as hell. Basically, he's accountable. He'll commit colonial cannibalism. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna eat up your resources over there. Then I'm gonna come to this land, bomb it, strike it. Then I'm gonna eat your resources over here. And then I'm gonna bomb this land over here and take it by force. And then I'm gonna eat up the resources over there. And I'm gonna change the monetary system and send policy. He's like he's going around the world committing colonial cannibalism.
Kind. So that's what you say. And is his death.
And is as death.
He's as death itself.
It's like
I don't know if I sent the video or
It's like he's accountable who never gets full.
Yep. Insatiable appetite.
That's why it's just, as long as he continues to stay in power, there's always going to be war. Because he can never get enough.
And this video I was about to mention was, they said the real reason they went and got the oil out of Venezuela, it wasn't to have it, but that's always the benefit. It was so China could go.
I saw that
get
too. Because
can use on it.
Because China basically, they were using it for, because they knew that Venezuela wouldn't be able to pay them in actual money, so pay us in oil. Yeah. They said, no, we want to, So really, at the end of the day, they fucking with China's money.
Yeah.
So you fuck with someone's money long enough, they gonna fuck with your money back until. Yeah.
Finish that off. I got some information.
But just going back in chapter 2, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, so going that Hebrew word clay with the vodka, it's heavy death. So I sent this to the chat a while ago. It says, this is from Meta, this global.news. So that clay basically represents, it was the money system back in the first Babylon. So it said from clay tablets to credit card debt, long shadow. All right. said before money existed, there was debt. Long before coins and cash, people kept track of promises, not of gold or silver, but of obligations. They said in the ancient Mesopotamia, around 3000 BCE, merchants and farmers recorded their transactions on clay tablets. These were the earliest financial documents in history, focus on trust rather than wealth. Temples served as the main centers of credit, not banks.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can do more research on that. You know, so it makes sense. Clay. You know. So Habakkuk, so the prophets back then, they had to know history before, in the previous empire. So there you go, man. So yeah, that's just more insight on that scripture there.
Got this back.
And as long as all these different countries are under the international bankers' debt, there's always going to be war. There's always going to be war. You see in the price. You see in the price of gold and silver constantly skyrocketing. That indicates something. The prophets would know. Okay, these people, they have a lot of these people, they have no idea, man. This is an indicator of something big getting ready to happen.
They just evacuated the Miami airport, minutes ago. And I'll show you.
The inequality, man. The wealth gap is just too big. You have 1% of the population owns 90% of the wealth.
Right.
Type shit, man. So a lot of these people, they're not just out here protesting the ICE. They've been fed up. They've been fed up with the system and the government. Now they're getting done up the rear, man. With no Vaseline. They need an excuse. So now they're out there, they're voicing out their frustration. Okay? And this is just the beginning of that frustration, and eventually it's going to turn violent. And because the government is, they're listening, but they're not going to change to please these people. They're going to actually squeeze harder. They're going to squeeze harder. It's just a reaction. Every action has a reaction.
I'm telling you, Trump, him being next to BB, that's Satan in the flesh.
Yeah, really, BB being, because BB's controlling Trump.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is Satan, and him being next to Trump.
You're too easy on those people.
Bro,
You should do it like this. Do it like this.
Yeah.
See how we dealt with these people in
He's
Gaza?
influencing Trump. So it's gonna get to the point where Trump, he's gonna, hey, all right, let's do it like that.
Yeah, these stupid ass Christians, they think Trump is, the second coming of Florida. They think America's going to be better. You see it, it's not happening.
You see, MAGA is starting to turn on.
Yeah.
They didn't expect it to go like this.
Hey, that's what they get, man. Because we told you whether you're red, blue, Democrat, or Republican, hey, it's the same bird, man. It's the same system that's oppressing you. Hey, you people been voting. Hey, for how many years? Every 4 years you vote thinking that some shit about to change for you. Y'all fucking idiots, man.
Hey, this when Trump went down to grab up Maduro. Didn't one of the Rothschilds on the social media, they said thank you for going into Venezuela, because that was one of their plans to go get take over Venezuela. Now they trying to go in and get Iran. Yeah. That was one of their plans. This has the New World Order, man.
I read these in the NLT. Continuing Habakkuk, this is 2:7. It says, suddenly your debtors will take action.
Woo! Debtors will take action. Who's in debt?
The toilers.
Toilers.
Yeah, Joe.
Laborers. people that's burnt out working these jobs and their wages are not keeping up with inflation.
Yeah. Primarily men. Because men, we fed up, man. You know, living paycheck to paycheck, and you gotta go home and listen to this bitch in your ear and shit. You know? It's like, you're gonna fucking snap. You know?
Finding out that your taxpayer money is going over here, going over there, they don't have nothing to do with you.
Right.
It ain't benefiting you. That tax money is going overseas. Fuel funding his wicked endeavors. So the more these people find out about these type of things, they ready to mount up.
Nasty out here, man. Lord don't have to take
Don't
us
let
off
us
the streets, man.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make no sense for us to be out here. It wouldn't be logical.
Y'all ever heard of Tim Pool? He was like a MAGA podcaster. He's like a big podcaster. He was straight up alt-right,
Edomite?
MAGA, Edomite. This dude, he's pretty much calling for civil war. And against Trump. This is from The Mirror. It says a popular MAGA podcaster appears to have turned on Donald Trump in the wake of the second fatal shooting of a U.S. citizen by federal officers in
Edomite. The first business Edomite, and this guy that got gunned down, he's Edomite. It don't matter. Jake, you know, been gunned down for years. You know, but now they want to take action. Fucking Edomites.
This right-wing political commentator, Tim Pool, declared a civil war and branded the president weak as he questioned the Trump administration's narrative surrounding the death of the ICU nurse Alex Jeffrey Pretty, a U.S. citizen who had no criminal record, was shot dead by a U.S. Border Patrol officer on Saturday while protesting Trump's immigration crackdown in the city following January 7th killing of Renee Good by an immigration and customs officer.
Keep on happening.
Hey, notice the last names of them two. Pretty good. Yeah. Trump administration officials say that Pretty, who was licensed to carry a gun, was armed during the incident, but did not specify if he brandished the gun. We know it's all, you know, the mainstream media, they're going to spend it how they want to spend it, right? But let me jump down. It says, podcaster says Trump is weak. The Culture War podcast host said in their second post, Trump isn't Lincoln, he's Buchanan, he later declared, referring to 15th U.S. President James Buchanan, who has often been branded one of the worst presidents for failing to prevent the Civil War. He said, this is Civil War, Poole wrote as he shared a post by Democratic strategist Matt McDermott, claiming that Attorney General Pam Bondi is openly using state violence as a bargaining chip to seize election infrastructure. Against them. You know, and this is all part of the beginning of the end for evil. They're divided.
How Satan can cast out Satan.
Come.
Can't the kingdom be divided?
That's why you, Jake, got no business partaking in that. This ain't y'all fight, man. Y'all should be watching your enemy fall, man. But you want to be joined, you've always wanted to be hand in hand with your enemy. You'll fight with him to keep his kingdom going. You know? This protesting, this not for this wicked kingdom to stop. They just want him to ease up a little bit, so they can go back to their wickedness.
Time. As long as they're comfortable, they'll be cool.
They'll be all right. They go right back to their wickedness and their pride. So, hey, that's why the Lord said when the plagues are sent, it's not gonna get turned back. It's gonna get turned up.
Intensity.
You're gonna turn it up, man.
I got Isaiah 19:1 in the GNT. 2. The Lord says, I will stir up civil wars in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will...
Modern day Egypt is America. Right? Because America is, known as Egypt, because it holds the philosophies of Egypt. All the gods and ideologies. Look at your bucket, your dollar bill, man. You got a pyramid. America idolizes Rome. The same philosophies of Rome, Greece, Syria. Those pagan empires. In the previous years, America adopts all that shit, man. It's rolled into one. Babylon. Go ahead.
Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power.
Is that what these Edomites calling for, man? Civil war, man. Democrat versus Republican. Filtering on down to Antifa versus ICE, etc. Man. Now, a lot of you niggas gonna be casualties to that, man. But
I am going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale.
Your morale is dealing with your confidence.
yeah.
I said earlier that a lot of people are going to be losing faith. They're going to be demoralized. You're losing hope in the future.
What's that song? Proud to be an American. That country singer.
Yeah.
Was it Garth Brooks or some other country singer?
Yeah,
some
country.
shit. Yeah, all that shit is out the window now, man. Your Constitution is destroyed, man. It's a pipe dream. You can't believe in that no more, man. You gonna try to uphold it, but you gonna fight to the death for it. Go ahead, man. It's all a prophecy. You're supposed to die.
Yeah, you living in a fascist kingdom now. You're living under an authoritarian, by put up by the Zionists. All right, he recently was caught saying, y'all, people need a dictator.
Yeah.
He said it, and he being, I think he's being facetious about it because he is being a dictator.
And then you bring it up 4 months later. I ain't never said that.
He said he kind of admire Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Because he's a dictator. His people basically worship him.
When he walked through, they sit up straight.
Yeah. Trump wants that.
Yeah, he's emperor. That's Caesar right there. That's Nero coming back. Of course he wants that kind of reverence.
And to back up that idea of him saying that, he's serious because he also said he would like for it to be no more elections. When there's a dictatorship in place, there's no election. There's only one person in power.
We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him to keep him out.
Or he died.
Go ahead.
It says they will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult mediums and ask the spirits of the dead for advice. I will hand the Egyptians over to a tyrant, to a cruel king who will rule them. I, the Lord.
That's after the Civil War, man. So the dictator, a cruel king, gonna rise up. Trump may be that guy, man.
Remember in that movie Civil War? The president was a straight up fascist. He was a straight up dictator, man. And it got so ugly, the White House had to be barricaded. He had to barricade himself in the White House.
Yeah.
It was nothing but straight up chaos and war in the streets. Cause the yoke was squeezed too tight on the people.
that was a hardcore ending to that movie. Yeah, that was like the crescendo.
Yeah. Trump was don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because of the ending.
Yeah, and it looked like
Yeah.
whole
And
image.
he resembles Trump.
Yeah.
47, 40, 45, 47.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I, the Lord Almighty, have spoken.
Yeah. So the Lord spoken it into existence. There's prophecy. Man is, the Lord is a man he cannot lie. So this has to happen. A lot of evil has to be brought out on the planet Earth. A lot of death has to happen.
Yeah. And the Lord is seeing, he's looking to see how long it's going to take for you to get your head kicked in before you cry out to him. Because later in that same chapter, it talks about how you're going to cry unto the Lord because of oppressors. Then he's going to send them a savior and a strong one. So how long is it going to take for you to get a foot up your ass, man? But Jake, like the scripture say in Isaiah, you trust in oppression.
Yeah.
You stay upon him who fights you. He knows every time he smack you up, you're just gonna go protest and cry about it, and then go right back to the same regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, you talking about the abusive relationship. You
Yeah.
abuse a girlfriend or baby mama, wife, or whatever,
Yeah.
and get smacked up.
Yeah.
Call the police, but then don't press charges.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
calling on the Lord is how you press charges.
Yeah. Tribes should be, and hey, ISIS after the northern tribes, they supposed to be crying out to them. You know? Yeah, here it is.
Over to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
You drive, run from him. Run. You can make us.
Hold on.
Right behind my shit.
Right.
It's about that time anyway.
Yeah.
It's about that time anyway. And we're going to give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rechakadash.
Give honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. He blesses the citation to his neck. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
It's that time.
He should get out and he can